Hi everybody, welcome back. I wanted to do a follow-up video for my 2023 Toyota Corolla LE. Posted a couple days ago on my way home from a dealer. It was about a 4-hour drive back from that dealer. It was a long day. I think I have about 210 miles on the car now. So in that video, I talked about some issue that arose on my way home. Well, frankly, I realized it pretty soon. But I wasn't going to go back to the dealer because I had a long ride home. The steering wheel was slightly off center. Took it to my Toyota dealer close to home, where I wish I would have bought the car, but they didn't have it in stock. They addressed it pretty quickly. They said it was the front toe was out of alignment. Obviously, the dealer who sold it to me should have caught that in the pre-delivery service. Disappointed that they didn't do that, so I'll be letting them know about that. Wanted to share my buying process a little bit, and feel free to skip ahead, I won't be offended, but in case you're interested, was looking at used versus new. Used cars, as everybody knows, the prices are just outrageous. And normally that's what I would have done, right? I have a 2010 RAV sitting right next to it here, to the Corolla, has 170,000 miles on it. And this is only the second new car I've ever bought in my life. The first one I bought was in 2001. It was a Honda Civic. For basically $5,000 more than the used cars that I was looking at, I could get a new car, and that was pretty attractive to me. Was trying to decide between 2022 Sentra and the 2022 Corolla. I really liked the Sentra. It was a nice car. It fit me and it fit my wife, and it was comfortable. Frankly, the interior, I think, was a little more comfortable than the Corolla. The quality was better inside as well. But what it came down to me was two things: reliability and depreciation. The Sentra has been out in its current form since I think 2020. And Sentras and Nissans have had issues with their CVT transmission in the past. If you're familiar with cars at all, you know that they do. I'm assuming that the most recent Sentra has a good CVT transmission, but we just don't know, right? Because of reliability, we haven't had that car for years and years, and we'll see what the long-term reliability is. I'm betting that the Toyota CVT is a little bit better than the Nissan CVT. I don't know for sure, but I guess we'll find out. And also depreciation. I'm going to keep this car for 10, 15 years, but that's what I'm saying now. But you never know, right? So 5, 10 years from now, we may decide to sell it, trade it in. So years 0 to 5, the Nissan Sentra and the Toyota Corolla are pretty even as far as depreciation goes. I think I went to caredge.com, looked up all this stuff. But when you get to 5 years to 10 years, the Corolla is just that much more worth that much more. And I think at one point it even doubles the Sentra. So, and that's not surprising, right? We've heard that the Sentra, it doesn't keep its value as well as the Corolla. So I was looking at a 2022 Corolla, reading all the same articles over the past few months about the differences between the 2023s that were coming up, and called a bunch of dealers in my state, found a 2023. There were really just a few 2023s. They came in just a couple, one or two at each dealer. They were usually taken when I called. I happened to find one, like I said, 2.5 hours from my house. Put a deposit on it, drove out and got it. The main differences, which I'll cover in this video, between the 2023 and the 2022, which I think somebody commented on my last video, was the engine. So for the LE, gets the 2.0 engine, which was in the other versions of the Corollas in past years, including the hatchback. And it minuses out the 1.8 liter engine. So the 2.0 liter engine, it has, I think, 20 more horsepower. It gets just as good of gas mileage as the 1.8, apparently. There is some trepidation I hear from people about the 2.0. It's a newer engine. I think it's only 3 or 4 years old. It's There are a lot of mechanical things in the engine, electronic things. I think it has an electronic water pump. It has two different types of fuel injection. It has direct and port. It's a little bit noisier when the direct fuel injection is on. But I'm hoping it lasts a while, and they've worked at whatever kinks out in the past couple of years, and that it will just be just as good as the 1.8. But we'll see, right? Time will tell. Okay, I want to do a quick tour of my 2023 Corolla LE. Wanted to show the color first. This is my 2010 RAV4. It's a V6. I love it. It's got 170,000 miles on it. No issues. It's a different blue than the Celestite Corolla LE. I believe the RAV is called Pacific Blue. It's a really nice color. We had also looked at silver. I'm glad we went with this color. I think somebody asked if this was a J-VIN, if it was built in Japan. It is. I believe the first few models of any new year are usually built in Japan. So the wheels are nice. They're not alloy wheels. I like alloy wheels, so we'll see if someday I switch that out or not. Let's do a quick tour of the inside. You can see that we went with the light gray interior. I'm glad we did. The black was just too black. You can see the materials here are very nice. You can see the stitching on the seats. You can see the accent on the dash with the lighter material below and then the dark material up top. Gonna do a quick tour of the back seat as well. You can see the back seat there. There is a cup holder on the bottom. The rubber floor mats, which was the main accessory, I believe, I ordered. The LED lights in the back and the front. It's got two USB ports in the back, including one in the console, and then the one up front as well. They are USB-C ports, in case anybody was wondering. I wanted to show the armrest cup holder in the back seat down. Both these back seats do fold down as well, of course. Okay, I wanted to show the trunk as well. As part of the all-weather floor mat package, it comes with a rubber mat for the trunk, which is nice. One thing I noticed, though, closing this, is it really takes some effort to close. You can see it doesn't latch, but I really have to slam that down. So my Toyota dealer said that was normal. Let me know what you think. I'm not sure. Let's go back to the front again. This is hard touch plastic. The armrest is a little bit of cushion, not very much at all. You can see the controls here. I believe it's only automatic up and down, one touch rather, on the driver's side. There's a bottle holder in there. You can see the trunk release and fuel. This seat, it's all manual, of course, has an up and down. It's the only seat that does. A little bit more detail of the stitching in the seats, which is nice. Wanted to point out this is soft touch, kind of soft. This is hard. I never understood why they have this jutting out here. Hasn't been an issue for me, but I can see how you can bang your knee on that. Let's go inside and talk a little bit more about the interior. One major difference in the 2023 versus 2022 Corolla is the 2023s have the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which is the latest iteration of Toyota's safety software, upgraded cameras, things of that nature. And I haven't really tried any of it out. I had a 2017 Prius, which had, I think, like 1.0. So I'm sure this is going to be a lot better. Again, I'm excited to try out the lane tracing assist. I'm going to wait until the car is broken in until I get on the highway. Somebody asked about the cup holders. Yeah, they're plenty big enough to fit a phone. There's two there. The one in the front is a little bit bigger than the one in the back. There is actually a place up here in front of the shifter where it's plenty big enough to put my phone. My phone is an iPhone 13 Pro, just a normal Pro. I think it would be big enough for a Max as well. So a little bit more of the interior here. I wanted to show the Apple CarPlay again, and the screen. It's a pretty awesome screen. It's pretty bright right now, actually, and it's a good resolution, at least on the Apple CarPlay. Not too thrilled about this volume switch. It's a cheap plastic feeling, not the greatest feeling, but I guess that's what you get on a base model car. Also, these knobs are pretty cheap feeling as well. At least it's a digital thermostat. So you can see though that the screen does not take up the whole real estate of the center console, you can see there's a lot of black around here. I think the screen is 8 inches. Hey, it's a nice screen. This is the first car I've ever had with Apple CarPlay, so I can't complain. And of course, it's wireless, and that's the difference between 2022 and 2023. Okay, I'll wrap it up for now. Let me know if anybody has any questions, if I can show you anything else on the interior, on the exterior. I'll probably do a couple other videos once I figure out all the lane tracing assist and all that stuff, maybe some other functions, things of that nature. So, okay, take care. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.